buddy. Welcome back. Alright. See if we can get some wins here. Jason will be on in a little bit. Sorry for the delayed start. My youngest daughter was freaking out about something. I think she's just sick and just didn't want to be sick. She's like 5 months old, so I can sympathize with that. But I had to walk around with a rocker a little bit, and I think she's finally going back to sleep. So it's just dad stuff. Sometimes you gotta deal with. So yeah, that was what was going on today. On the positive side, though, Rory might stay asleep at least for a little while. Been doing lately is just run around playing with her more, and then she just naturally gets tired and naturally goes to sleep. I'm just really against kind of the artificial bedtimes. I mean, I get it, you want your kid to go to bed by a certain time, but I think either they need to feel it and actually go to sleep, or at least they need to understand it and choose to try to make themselves go to sleep at that time. I know that's maybe wishful thinking, but I think getting them tired and them actually falling asleep is a good choice. I know not everyone has the option to do that, but it's been working for us for the last little bit. Need to get her running around, exercising more anyways with all the garbage that she eats. Try to clean that up a little bit. But I just really don't want to mess with Yi. I need to check and make sure we don't have a Yi one-trick on our team, because he is one of the most one-trick junglers. I think yesterday I banned one of our person's Yis on accident. He played something else. He didn't say anything about it, but I noticed it in Professor where it's like, we had someone that could have played it. Again, Yi is not like consistently gonna hard dominate every game, but man, after losing that one Yi, it's definitely concerning. It's just so much harder to close out the game fast. And those hybrid items are just particularly strong with the extra HP. So like Maw, Malmortius, Death's Dance, all that stuff. On a champion that can get those resets where just living for an extra second is a really big deal. That's Master Yi in a nutshell. Okay. Not thrilled about Ashe. She doesn't have a way to get away from Volibear. I mean, I can Shurelya's and maybe peel him. Okay on Ashe. I mean, she can start fights if they pick a squishy lane. Like, if they pick enchanters. Okay. Well, Tom Kench top. Okay, Ornn and Lilia. Ornn, Lilia, and Swain. Do we play these? You guys okay on Slain? Phil jungle. It really doesn't play Ornn. But Ornn does bring a lot of power to the table. I mean, I think Ornn's probably the best top laner, or certainly, I mean, maybe Gwen, but certainly in the conversation, so last pick here. Jinx. Okay. Do you want Exhaust or Ignite here? I think we might want Ignite. Not really too scared of... I mean, obviously exhausting Jinx is good. Oh, Ornn's probably not in low elo. I don't know. Ornn's weird because like he is kind of skill cap champ, but at the same time, if it gets to games are going to take longer and lower elo, and the longer it goes, the more free items he gives out. So, and people aren't going to time the disrupting his ultimate as efficiently as they would in higher elo. So I'm not sure. I'd have to look at win rates. I mean, maybe stuff like Darius or Garrett just smashes him in low, or like other simple to play tank busters. So I don't know. It's weird because obviously tank busters are great right now, but Ornn is also really good, just like solid champion for team fights. Hey, what's up, Chow? Sorry if I mispronounced it. It's good to see you. Cleanse for Ignite. I think Ignite is actually better against Cleanse than Exhaust because
I want to feel everything. That's the only way to live.
With Ignite, you actually get the upfront half damage up front, so at least you get something, you know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know the win rates, but the fact that those items are free, and no matter if you go 0-10 or what on Ornn, you're still giving out the equivalent of like 5,000 gold is a big deal, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm overestimating that. Like, I see what you're saying beforehand. He can just get abused early. But I think even if he's god-awful, just giving out those items, this kind of puts a cap on how bad he can be. It's not quite the same as Malphite, but it's a similar sort of school of thought where you can be, you know, down a billion gold, but late game, if you just get an ult, like, you can still be valuable as Malphite. Like, compare that to something like Riven, right, who's really hard to play, and if you fall behind, you don't do anything.
Running, yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's 4v5. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if his win rate is negative.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
Okay, she didn't cleanse. I don't know why Ashe went that hard in their minion wave, but... Like, yeah, he's probably got a negative win rate. So I'll give you that. A lot of people probably not good on him, but I don't know. I like to think that he's pretty good. I mean, win rates aren't always everything, but on a champ like that, where, you know, one of the major selling points is that he should be pretty guaranteed for power, then that's a valid point. Like Rakan, for example, I still think is extremely good, even though he has like a 48% win rate. But Rakan is gated, like has the lower win rate because he's harder to play, I think. I don't know where Volley's gonna path. 50.5, okay. So yeah, I mean, because you're right that he does have a skill cap to him, right? Like, you can definitely mess him up. But he also has the guaranteed power later. So, I don't know. In theory, I think I like having an Ornn on my team. I don't see him a lot. You know, one problem, kind of like some of my reservations about Enchanters, is that it's harder to carry a game as Ornn. Just like it's kind of hard to carry as Sona or something. Like, you can't do stats, but... I mean, Ornn actually can make plays, though, with his ult. I don't know. I'm a fan of Ornn. Nice. He's 45%? I thought I saw 48 before. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I went a lot more on Rakan than anything else on this patch. Especially considering Rakan is my default. That means I play Rakan in bad matchups. I first pick Rakan. Whatever your default is going to have a lower win rate, usually, than your specialty champs. Not always, but... Like, there's some champs I only pick in certain matchups that are favorable, right? Like Lulu Cog or something like that. So those types of champs... Shit. She stood so far back, I couldn't trigger the cannon. Volibear is kind of close.
Name one cheese that ain't crazy.
I have the best game in the tear down.
Rakan, doing his job. It's magic, it's wild. I'm just here for the party. They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
Well met.
Got him, coach.
Is my
All right.
cloak right? Yes, it is. I was worried there for a second. I'm gonna live forever. I got you.
Okay, I hope I at least got the XP off of that cannon. I really need to try to do a better job about getting those cannons. I do, like, okay at it, but I really should not ever miss any. Sometimes it's hard, because, like, the back timing was weird on that one. Is it better to stop Dragon, kill the enemy jungler, get his flash, and miss a cannon? Yes. So, like, that one, there's not a ton I could do about that. Maybe if I bought, like, and got out of the base, you know, 1 second faster, I could have had it, though.
I've been kicked around since I was born. It's all right. It's okay. I'm staying alive.
Okay, he'll probably try to come down here and get us in a second.
An ally has been slain.
I should be able to get away if he shows up.
I'm gonna show people some of the strange. Humans claim it is theirs. Fence us away and cover it in refuse.
You gonna try it again?
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Fucking hell.
Have been slain.
I guess we should have not been hitting the Yuumi and just switched over to Jinx. Or Lolia. Oh my god, Lolia was trying to do Dragon.
I got freedom. I got a
Wow.
lady. I got a cause I die for. That's who I am.
Yeah, if she would have just peeled off and we just double kill Jinx and Yuumi and we just get the dragon, that's kind of unbelievable. I mean, we fucked up messing with Yuumi that much, I think. Instead of switching to Jinx, because Yuumi clearly could reattach anytime. She was just staying off to try to soak damage, which was smart of her. Damn it. Who got the kill? Okay, Yuumi got the kill. It's not great that Yuumi got the kill, but... They're probably gonna counter with Rift. What the hell? I think I got water or something near where the mouse is. Or I'm just sweating like a fucking gallon of sweat, which I don't think is the case.
Time to show it.
10 wards in under 20. It's extremely rare at this elo because people just don't ward enough. I don't know if I've ever done it. I know that's one of the challenges. I was looking at that. I was like, who the fuck like does that under diamond? Because they just, nobody wards enough. Also, I try to give the last ward hit to the ADC if I can. So I still get the zombie ward for that, but I don't technically get credit for killing the ward, I don't think. So, a lot of times I'm deliberately trying to not get the last hit on the ward. But I think don't they split it 50-50 now?
I'm here. I'm gone. I am so gone.
Like right there, I could have timed it to get the last hit if I wanted to. But I wanted to share the gold with her.
I am only as wild as magic.
She's got Kraken. Yeah, I don't know if we beat them. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you do if you have a very specific strategy, yeah, with Umbral, yeah, you could make it happen. Play center or Pike or something. What the fuck? She just used that!
Shut down.
God. I guess it's like 90 seconds or something, level 1. Damn it, we just don't have any damage with Ash.
Supposed to be safe.
I don't understand how Yumi doesn't die right there. She's like isolated, can't reattach. I mean, I guess... Did she exhaust and heal? She may have exhausted. I don't know, maybe I'm just supposed to stay on the Jinx, no matter what. Keep thinking we can kill that Yumi quickly, but like those extra HP buffs are huge for keeping her alive. Bad.
Long ago, our kind danced upon the mountains like flames. Now only the embers remain. They will remember my name.
Not get hit by that. Jinx getting those 3 kills and Jinx actually being a good champion really fucked this game hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself, but you too.
This is kind of what I'm talking about with this meta. Like, so much of it just comes down to who picks which ADC. Like, a lot of it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I mean, serious. Every road leads someplace. The only way to understand magic is to plunge. Move. Dance. Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to
I
hurt.
shouldn't even type it any tone. There's no
Ecstasy.
point. I mean, it is what it is. Like, we could have focused the UV better too. We might still be able to win, but if you don't pick an S-class ADC and they have one, it just feels so so hard to get back into the game.
They will see me. They will see my dance.
Even with engaged, it's just so fucking hard to kill her. With the extra HP and Yumi, and then Ashe doing like no damage.
I don't need anything but the right now.
I don't really have a good buy, but I can't do anything with the wave positions.
Crap. I totally forgot why I'm
Let's get a couple control words.
I need my love to hurt. Here. I don't apologize for it. I feel good.
What the fuck is Lilia doing, man?
An ally has been slain.
Wow,
Shut
what?
down.
Get myself. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Lilia just like doesn't. She just gets too greedy.
An ally
Like she's
has
sitting
been
there trying to
slain.
pressure tower instead of helping us run down those last two people. Where if we just run down the last two people, we could have gotten Rift. I mean, it is possible to still win. Like we have good engage. It's just will we have the damage?
That's their problem.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. I am the truth.
With Tom Kench, if Tom Kench is next to Jinx, like if they actually position properly late game, it is going to be pretty hard. I mean, Lilia can put out pretty good damage. What? How the fuck does it not see that?
If it don't get out of control,
Dude.
it ain't a party.
Come on, man.
I should totally get paid. For humans, magic is like fire. For us,
Jinx doesn't have a super high win rate, but I think she's incredibly strong. It just depends what you're against, though, too. Holy shit! How long was that CC? Like, please tell me she dies. Okay, thank God. And we're gonna get a, Alright, we're gonna get an objective here, too. We might even get 2 objectives. Alright, good. And then, Ari also had a, maybe I should have got Mercs, I don't know. Ari got a Mage Eyes, too, which just lost all of its stacks, I think. I don't know, man. I think Cog is extremely good on this patch, and I think Jinx is too. I mean, who are your top ADCs? I think Jin's still pretty good.
I don't need to.
I think that was a blue ward on Baron.
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
I do think Vayne's pretty good. I don't know.
There's
I mean, Ashe is kind of doing some useful stuff.
It's just a few human things.
Well, she got Mortal Reminder, so maybe I can go something else.
An enemy has been slain.
I need some fun.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
This could be Baron. Nice. Jinx rocket. Fuck! God damn it. I didn't think it would explode that far. I thought to block it, but I didn't think it would literally explode from here to here. Like, what the fuck is that radius? I should have W'd over the wall to soak it. It's not really unlucky. I could have W'd over the wall. I just didn't think it was going to be a thing. So low on mana. Yeah, I mean, I fucked that up just not knowing the range. Like, I knew to watch out for it. I knew to watch out for it. I just didn't. I think I had the mana. I'm like 90% sure I had the mana to W over the wall. Okay.
Man, have you seen that boss over there?
I don't know. I mean, I could try to one tricky or whatever. Maybe at some point. I would like to get back to Platinum first, though. Okay, I'm just gonna go Knight's Vow, I think, since we already have some Grievous. Let's put it on Lilia.
Because I'm free.
Hey, what's up, Faded? Hourglass. Okay, yeah, Hourglass, and then maybe start working Death Cap or something.
I'm getting impatient.
Maybe a defensive item. Yeah. Getting Death Cap. I think that's the play. Damn, I still don't have my ward item. There it is.
Hey, what does the five fingers say to the face?
I have got to stop talking to myself. Damn it, Zaya, where are you?
No, 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 no. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Shut down.
We've been winning every fives. Why are we trying to 2v5? This guy just like has such a... I mean, he said it earlier, basically, that he just, when he gets ahead, he just gets too confident. He's got the supervillain complex. Swain's pretty beast, though.
When I get sad, I stop to be sad and be awesome instead. True story.
Jinx is dead, too. Wow. Okay. Oh, she has a thing again.
Righteous fury.
Okay. So that arrow's like... I mean, I know it's a low cooldown, but jeez.
Heaven sent.
They want us in cages.
Orange should have taken that, I think, but we get this tier 2.
Yep, if I'm gonna see the human world,
I'm not gonna mess with him.
I can't so far not.
We're getting like red buff and golems and shit instead of getting towers. Like if Aaliyah would have just gone top and got that tower. No, 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 don't. Please don't die. Baron's coming up. Please, dude.
So I can burn it.
Fuck.
They're gonna try and test me?
God damn it, that's probably Baron. Jesus Christ, this guy's trying so hard to throw.
At least that's the only part of the plan I remember. They've never seen moves like
It's like twice, he's just Rambo'd. Bro, please, man. Okay, can we just get Baron? Can we get Baron instead of chasing? Please, can we just like do a smart play? Swain, fuck, get over here, man. It's
time to get it started.
What do you think about playing now, Faded?
Laugh as I throw it away.
Alright, who do I want this on? I think it's still Aaliyah. She's our, like, super heavy hitter. Okay. Oh, fuck. God damn. What did I even get? I got CC'd by something. I think we just win, though. Yeah. I think I got charmed mid-W. Something like that. It's rough. I got charmed mid-W and then caught up in the Yumi ult. Priest, Pally, and Druid. Pallies? Everyone raves about Pallies. They say Pallies are turbo OP. If I play, it'll probably be Druid.
Magic is a wilderness.
It would be Priest or Druid for me too, but I think I just like the HOTS play style.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
They will see my
I
death.
probably need to back up.
Then they will know magic's joy.
Okay, so we've got Soul. Man, this Lilia and the Swain and the Ornn have just come up so big. I mean, the Lilia
If Zaya
has
says
made some
someone
questionable
has to
macro
die,
calls,
they
but as
die.
far as the champion and the damage, when we're not like turbo throwing, we have such a powerful front line, and they just don't have any tank shredders. Whoa, 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 whoa! That's way too far, man. All right, I guess we got Tom Kinch's ult. God, if she would have just waited.
They're scared of dark. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
It's probably going to be kind of hard to siege him. I think maybe we just go for this. No, 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 no. God. Holy shit. Well, it's really dumb, but somehow it worked.
Take a lot of work.
How is she healing? Is it just like a rune or something? Is it her passive?
Victory!
Hey, what's up, Lars? Did I do a Warhammer 1.2 patch? I can't remember, honestly. I don't think there was a lot of stuff that was huge. I am going to do a Zinch campaign next. I really want to do it. I've just been super busy this week. But I have recorded some Slanesh, and then from Warhammer 2, some Carl Franz as well. So I've got this like summer schedule with the kids and some other stuff going on. But I think I should be able to get it all straightened out and start consistently releasing the Warhammer again. So sorry about the delay on that. I don't think I did a 1.2, and I can't remember that many big changes other than Slanesh being like super strong. I already thought Slanesh was number 2 in my mind for campaigns, just behind Nurgle. And now that they made Slanesh like way stronger with those marks, I think they're even stronger. And they helped Nurgle too. I think they increased the movement speed on the I don't know, the marquee Nurgle guys, not the Nurglings, but like the tier 2 soldiers that had the 23 speed. I can't remember the names. Plague Bears, Plague Ridden, something like that. All seeing. What was my vision score that game? I mean, really, to get like a good vision score, you kind of have to have Zombie Ward, I think. Damn. 47 wards, eh? Yumi had 11. What? How does she... I mean, Yumi is terrible at vision. Like, just in general, the champion, it's really hard to ward, but... That's like nuts when like our ADC and our mid laner have a higher vision score. But I can feel it on Yumi. She's tough. Okay. I mean, she was the most impactful. There were definitely some throws in there. Let me look at her real quick. Not the person, but the champion. Because I don't know how she was healing. I think maybe her passive heals for how much true damage it does or something. She was actually healing quite a bit. Yeah, she seemed like a pretty good jungler. I mean, she has percentage health, true damage in her kit, and obviously that's better. Your issue with Pally is that it's going to be tough competition for plate DPS gear. Yeah, that's true. If you're trying to do damage. Yeah, warriors. I think warriors are supposed to be kind of bad. I mean, that's the word on the street. But again, it probably doesn't matter. Like, you can probably clear with anything. And DKs, I think, will be extremely popular. Okay, it grants such and such movement speed. Deals extra true damage at the outer edge. Yeah, so it deals pretty strong true damage. W's the big hit, that's the slow, and then the R hits everybody. What's the passive again, though? Dealing a 6% max health damage over 3 seconds, then she restores such and such health over 6% of your AP, so she's probably had like 300 AP, so 18 against large jungle monsters, and restores even more. 20% against champions. Okay, so yeah, if she hits multiple people, she's going to be restoring a few hundred health. Easiest lane to learn in League? I'd probably say support. Depends on what you play, but I think support's probably the easiest to pick up and learn at a basic level, because you don't have to last hit. You have a buddy that can kind of cover for you while you're learning a little bit. Sorry, I gotta plug in my headphones here. Is that the... You got a buddy that can help you cover a little bit, and a lot of it is just sort of strategic. Just knowing when to do what, right? So you don't have to really... it's not as mechanical on most champs than a lot of other roles. Like, obviously, there are some. Thresh is going to have some mechanics, but a lot of it's just making decisions. Like, should you take this fight or not? Right? Like, how are you interpreting the vision? I don't know. It says message retracted. I don't know how the retraction works. Let me swing by the restroom real quick. We'll play another one. I've seen people used to do this meme back in the day where they would say stuff that was frowned upon on the channel, sort of, maybe, and then they would retract it. Or they, you know, I think it was like Scott and some other people were joking around with each other, and they would say stuff and retract it, and say stuff and retract it. So you may have accidentally retracted it. But But aside from just trolling with it, I mean, I guess it's if you say something and then you just don't want it to still be out there. Man, my previous university is making it really hard to figure out how to return these books. I've tried to contact the library several times, and I want to give them back. Like, I think they're technically due in June, but I don't know because they locked me out of my account. It's just a really weird system they have there, and it's like, guys, I want to return these books. Just let me do it. Hopefully they don't hit me up with like a ton of fines and then, I don't know, report it to a credit agency or something. I mean, I've got a lot of books from them. Not all of these books are from them, but a lot of them are. And I've had them checked out for years. This book I've had for almost 10 years. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but I've had like some of these checked out of that library for like a decade, and no one has ever asked for them. That's how obscure they are. And I think when I checked it out, the library initially acquired it in 1970. I think it had only been checked out one other time in the like 40 years since when I checked it out. So I've talked to the librarian before, and they like it that I check the stuff out and hold it for so long because it makes it look like it's really active, like it's a good investment, you know, to their powers that be, the financial powers that be. So they like that I have it checked out. They just probably, you know, want it back. Or what they would probably really want is to fine me for it, a replacement fee, and then just like not replace it and keep the money and buy something else. Yeah, the library, I mean, they know it exists because of computers, but yeah, if it wasn't for computers, they totally would not. No one's going to be missing that book, we'll put it that way. Okay, I'll be back in a second. It's super interesting texts, but for me. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I was researching was really fun, and I was interested in it, but I wasn't, like, I was intrigued, but not, like, ultra passionate about it. I just thought it was cool to, like, learn about it, but ultimately, when push came to shove, when people were challenging me on just, like, not letting me cover what I wanted to cover at that point, where I'm just covering something that's not as interesting for me, that I'm also not passionate about. Like, maybe if I was single and really committed to the academic lifestyle, which is basically move anywhere, do anything, to, you know, have a stable job, and it would still be really hard. If I was, like, all in on it, then yeah, I'd do it more, but the more and more I learned about that lifestyle, the less I was enthused about it. I just don't want to move anywhere. I want to live here. I like this area. I like this region. And you just can't, you just have to be willing to go to the middle of freaking nowhere a lot of times to get these academic openings. region and being close to friends and family and all of that matters way more to me.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Alright, we'll try another Lulu game here.
Pleased to meet you.
What is the best, I really like teaching, I really like the ideas, I really like academia. In theory, it's just the real world constraints that go on, it's all the bullshit you have to deal with. Not as awesome. It's a pretty broken system. I probably would not be able to, I mean, almost certainly would not be able to do what I'm doing without my wife, though. Okay. I think, yeah, I'm just going to keep Guardian. Ghost is a pretty good call too against their comp. I think not enough ADCs probably consider Ghost. I think especially if they have a bunch of divers and shit where you can like reposition something like Kog'Maw, like a really long range champion. Ghost could be, you know, a decent choice. Yeah, Treasure Hunter. I mean, like the items are extremely good on Lulu. Right, because whenever I get an item, that's basically Kog'Maw gets an item. Because I want stuff like Ardent Sensor. Yeah, I am Black Falcon. I retired. I'm not going to do the dissertation. I'm just going to call it and walk out. I decided earlier this year. It's just not worth the 1,500 hours and just tons and tons of bullshit when, like, realistically, which kinds of opportunities would it open for me? I could teach 2 more classes. That's basically it. I could teach, right now I'm getting 6 per year, I could get 8, but the truth is, if I wanted 2 more classes, I could get 2 more classes, just at another nearby university. I would have to teach at 2 different places. It'd be slightly more annoying. But that's really all it would get me. It would also give me slightly more job security, but I think I'm pretty high up the totem pole of the people really low on the totem pole, if that makes sense. I'm one of the senior part-time lecturers, so I'm going to get my classes, probably. I'll be like one of the last people they would cut, if they cut a bunch of people. And I figured out there's a first-year studies that I would also be eligible to teach in a different wing of the university, not in the English department. So I'll have to ask, like, if I can pick up more hours than that, but we'll see. So, like, the benefits would be marginal. It'd be cool to have doctor, you know, as a title, but I don't know. Like, the big thing is, over time, just no one really gave a shit about me at that other university or my project. And I would just have to change what I wanted. That's not entirely true. There were a few people. But I would have to change everything I was wanting to do that I was interested in research. In order to get the degree. To be perfectly honest, I would rather, if it was possible, and I heard that it might be, I've talked with the person at my current university, I would rather just reapply and start over on the PhD at this university as rhetoric instead of literature. That would open a lot more doors if I really wanted to be able to get to the doctor. Like, yeah, I would have to retake the 2 years of classes. Yes, I would have to retake the exams. But honestly, I'd rather do that if it was something that, if I had a really good support system and I could write about something I'm actually interested in, I would much rather just spend an extra 3 years doing it. Because I don't really care about the time. It doesn't matter. Like, I enjoy the classes. It's not really like a punishment for me. I enjoy the classes. The test would be annoying. But if in the future I really do want to get the doctor title, I could just try to start over and do rhetoric. And I think I could probably get in if I prepared properly for it. Yeah, by and large, for most practical purposes, it just does not matter if I have the PhD or not for what I'm trying to do in my life right now, or for the foreseeable future. Right? If you're not willing to go anywhere and do anything to go for a tenure track job, then the benefits are minimal for PhD. In English, at least. But like, we're pretty, you know, we're doing all right on money. I really enjoy what I'm doing. Like I said, honestly, if we needed more money, it would be better for me to just pick up more classes at a different university. Or just go harder on the channel. Like, just start streaming for 8 hours a day or something. Especially during the summer. Try to learn, like, video editing. You know, there are a lot of different things I could try to do. Could pick up work as, like, a tutor. Or, I mean, there's just a lot of different ways, like little odd jobs. I mean, I could just work in a restaurant, Uber Eats. I mean, I could just get a non-academic job, too, on the side. I think it's fine. Well, I wouldn't do McDonald's, probably. No offense to anyone's working at McDonald's. I would do something that's more flexible, like Uber Eats or a restaurant. Something like that, where you get a little bit more power over your schedule. Uber Eats, the more I hear about that, that sounds pretty good. I don't know the actual money they make, but that style where you just basically pick up contracts whenever you want. That sounds like that'd be really good with my college schedule. It's like, okay, I've got Wednesdays off. I'm gonna do some Uber Eats for 4 hours here, you know? But I did like restaurants would work too, although I would have to be away from my family at night. Probably for the restaurant, so I don't know if that would be worth it or not. But we've got other options. If we need money, we've got other options. And that's really the only thing that would matter as far as the PhD goes. Because, like, I don't need a PhD to learn stuff. If I want to learn something, if I'm interested, I can go to the library and check out the books. Or I can go watch a TED Talk or a YouTube video about it, or whatever. Like, you don't need that piece of paper, that digital piece of paper, to learn stuff. Like, it's nice to have a guide for certain things, right? Other experts that you can, you know, talk with and work with. I've got colleagues, right? If I want to know something, if I want to do more Victorian stuff, I can just read on my own and go talk to, you know, this professor that I'm really good, well, not really good friends with, but that I'm friends with at my current university. If I want to know more about pedagogy and new techniques for teaching and stuff like that, I can research that. I can talk with colleagues. So it's like, there's just not really a lot for the PhD. I mean, like, the main thing would be my wife just really hated being in Ohio. for a while. Like, the people there were nice. She just really, really wanted to come back to our current town. And so we kind of have a little bit of the sunk cost fallacy where she's like, we were up there for so long. I want you to get this just so we got something out of it. Kind of thing. So she wasn't too happy about that, but I apologized. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, I went up, yeah, PhD right now, the one I had been working on is no. I'm out. So yeah, like I just explained, if I want to do it, you might have been away or playing a game or something, but if I want to do it, I would just restart at my current university and do rhetoric instead of literature. But right now, I'm not really looking at that. I thought about it. I did some research on it, but... Well, I think that undergrad... It depends on the field and what you're trying to do. Right? Like, if you want to work in a lab and do some cutting-edge scientific shit, you're going to need a PhD for that problem. So if that's what you want to do, and there are, like, good job opportunities, and you need that degree to accomplish that, it's useful. And English, though, if you're not going to be a tenure track professor, then there's really not a big point. It's an okay marketing tool if you want to teach high school or something at a private school. It does look good for them to have PhDs because people just like that degree. Even though it's not going to influence how well you teach high schoolers. God, okay, she's dead though. Okay. People just like it, you know, as a marketing thing. Or universities are going to like it. I mean, it does make you a little bit more employable, right? For anything, because people just see PhD, they're like, oh, okay. But I really don't think it matters like that much. Das Kapital. I haven't read that. I'm familiar with Marx's work to some extent, but I haven't read all of Das Kapital. You know, the ideas he proposed are extremely influential in all of the humanities. I wouldn't say I'm a Marxist. I don't agree with all of it, but the ideas are really, really good. I'm more like, if I want to read that kind of stuff, I'm going to read more like, I really like Foucault and Derrida, who use some ideas from Marx, but they kind of have their own thing going on with it. But I think Marxism is really, like, misunderstood also, misrepresented. Fuck, I'm just dead. Well, War and Peace is Russian, so you would not need to read that in an English department. Like, the big, ponderous thing you, like, that's really hard as fuck to... I don't think War and Peace is probably that hard to read, honestly. Like, I read Anna Karenina, and it was really good. A good read, pretty easy. Read Ulysses by James Joyce if you want something ponderous and challenging that's big. Well, I don't think Marxism is all or nothing. I don't think it has to be, like, Soviet versus America type of stuff, right? It's like some of the ideas from Marxism about like the exploitation of workers and and not even that, just like how value, like the question of how value is derived from goods and like what's the appropriate way to think about that, and especially in terms of reification, like thinking about people as things and discounting the value of like any kind of inherent humanism, that type of stuff. That's definitely a real thing. Even if you're not Marxist, it's like, how do we not treat people like objects? Or why is it bad to treat people like objects? That type of thing. But anyway, I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that. I think it depends on the university. Some universities are definitely like very hard on the Marxism stuff. I mean, I think any university, like, you're gonna have to study Marx or Marxist ideas. I mean, there's so many Marxist ideas that have influenced so many thinkers and writers and just so many things over time that, like, you just really need to understand it. Even if you disagree with components of it, right? But as far as, like, people pushing that kind of, like, something that people would say is, like, a very obvious Marxist agenda, yeah, I don't think that happens as much as people meme about it at a university. And I don't think most people would even be that worried about that this day and age. It's like the identity politics, I think, is the stuff that would trigger, you know, more conservative people, or that, like, parents would be more worried about. Now, the identity politics stuff, you could argue a lot of that was very, like, popularized by someone like Foucault, and he was inspired by Marx, but I don't know if he would say that to be, like, explicitly Marxist. Yeah. Like I said, most people have very little idea what Marxism actually is. It's just, okay, like, Soviet Russia, Maoist China, bad. Like, that's that's usually about the extent of it. It's more pejorative than descriptive for a lot of people. But that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. You can't become a dictator if you're a good person. That's an interesting proposition. I have to think about it. I don't feel like that's inherently untrue. I think it depends on who you are, what the historical era is, what the alternatives are, and, like, what you do with your power. Dictator has a bad ring to it, right? So I'm not sure of the technical definition of dictator, but I think there probably have been monarchs, kings, and things like that that have done... There have been at least some that have done some things that could be considered, like, good. I think that there is ownership in Marxism. Marxism is not necessarily communism. They're kind of like a little bit more specific, but there is ownership. It's just the idea is that there's more equality, that people get paid what their actual value of their labor is. I mean, one of the big things with Marx was he was saying that capitalists can only make money by not paying the workers an appropriate amount of money for the work they do. But a big problem with that, of course, is risk, right? A lot of the capitalists, like, factories happen because people take risks. A lot of companies go out of business and never happen. A lot of people go bankrupt trying to open companies. So you have to have a certain amount of risk and quantify that, or no one's going to take any risks. That's one of the big struggles of Marxism. And again, my, like, full understanding of that is pretty elementary at this point. Like, there have been a lot of people that have talked and thought about that in terms of modern economics. I used to go to a critical theory reading group where they would talk about some of that stuff, among other things. I just can't remember a lot of it. It was pretty fascinating. I'll just kind of in over my head. There's a lot of professors that are way smarter than me. But it was fun listening in on them. Damn, that tower freaking is popping off. But yeah, I'm not sure that a monarch is necessarily always bad. I think in theory a monarch could be good, but yes, usually it's bad. because you're not held accountable for things. And just a lot of people do become corrupt from power. So it's not that it couldn't happen, it's just that it doesn't happen a lot of the time. Man, this Olaf's... I thought he was doing way better than that. He's like, alright, but...
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, like, Plato really did not like the idea of democracy. I mean, we're kind of seeing problems and limits with democracy here, too. Right? Where... democracy is not supposed to be the best at, like, getting the best results, making the best decisions. It's supposed to be really good because, in theory, it limits corruption. Because people are electable and, in theory, held accountable for what they've done, good or bad, right? But the problem is there's so many ways you can manipulate that this day and age, especially with the fake news type of stuff. It's not really fake, it's just controlling the narrative is a better way of describing what happens a lot of times. And a lot of people were just very good at controlling the narrative. And so voters are pretty easy to manipulate. A lot easier now than they were back in the day. Holy shit, she just flashed in and meleeed everybody to death. Damn it, Cillian is a pain in the ass. Well, yeah, Republic. But... so we're starting to see kind of the problems of democracy here. But again, would it be better if we had a dictator? Probably not. Just people are better. I mean, because you can obviously manipulate a dictator too. I mean, the real solution is just better education. Like, if people have better education, they're not going to be as easy to manipulate. Well, that's interesting, Black Falcon. I think it's a mixed bag. I'd say overall probably increase. So it is easier to control people with mass media stuff, but people, if they learn how to navigate it correctly, can be smarter in general. Like, you have the option of being smarter, but you can also be manipulated. But let's not pretend that people also weren't manipulated in the 1800s, right? By newspapers, radio, you know, other local organizations. Mental health was probably way better because they just didn't know about a lot of what else was going on out there. So sometimes, like, knowing stuff, depending on what you know, could be a bad thing. That's too hard, man. Too hard as an end. I guess I should have just pinged it. Yeah, Coffee doesn't do enough damage, and Kog'Maw just, like, wasn't committed enough to it. Kog needs, like, one more item, too. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, bribery is not a new thing. Like, disinformation, bribery, all these things are definitely not new. The fact that we know about them is probably a good thing. Because then we, like, know it's a problem, you know, more so now than in the past. But just because you didn't know about something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, you know?
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's right, Tommy. We just kind of get distracted. I mean, part of it, I don't know on a systemic level how much it happens, but a big part of it, whether intentional or not, is we kind of just distract ourselves with, yeah, dumb stuff that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Celebrity gossip, all that crap, instead of, like, focusing on real problems. Alright, what is he getting an item? Phantom? Or something? Runin's? Okay, Runin's good. Yeah, Blade could be good. Runin's is way cheaper than Blade, I think.
Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Where is that? Oh, that was in the lane. I mean, I don't have Sweeper. They're gonna be around here. I think we have to give that. God, I mean, I don't... Yeah, maybe if Poppy goes first. Okay. Wow, how do we get that? Oh, I guess Nocturne... I didn't see Nocturne died, too. Okay. I mean, we do it, like, super fast, I think. God. I mean, it was fine if Poppy could hit a smite.
Your turret has been
Or if
destroyed.
Annie was there zoning with me. It is hard to zone the Nocturne though.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I recommend skipping.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
We probably should have just peeled off and fought him.
No, you do not.
Yeah, but you have 2 smites. Right? You can have up to 2 smites. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look to see if it was available or not. If it wasn't available, I guess we shouldn't have done it. I was thinking we could just zone off, but... I should have pinged more for people to... Nocturne is just a pain in the ass. I mean, Mord's like 3 and 4. I wouldn't say he's popping off. I need to just play Rakan, man, even if it's Cogmaw. I feel like I'm not doing shit this game. I'm just like standing around, just like buffing Cogmaw, and then he's just like dying anyways. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll win with that. I just feel like I have a lot less control over the game, though.
Down.
I mean, once Cog gets Titanic, I think it'll be a lot better. Nocturne's kind of a low damage build. Yeah, that's exactly right, but you can't make the plays yourself on Rakan. Or on Lulu. I don't know, you can buff other people, but... Playing Enchanters, like, they have a good win rate, but I just feel like if you can make the right moves, if you can make the right engages, I still think engage champs, particularly Rakan, can be very good.
Let's all the colors.
Poppy is down 2 levels also, as far as like smites go. We don't have Olaf. What the fuck, Olaf? They're gonna get in here and get all the vision. Cog's dead. If they, I don't know why they didn't just ult. Yeah, he's dead. Like, what the fuck? They're obviously positioning.
Has been slain.
And then Kog'Maw is just like trying to farm middle, like no problem. Like we just saw them walk through here. Dead, I think. Dude still hasn't ulted yet either, I don't think. Nocturne, so. What's up, Lups?
Never look too in the eye.
Oh, level doesn't matter for Smite? Why are we doing this? Alright, well, I guess we got him anyways.
Shut down. Enemy rampage.
It's just like on spawn, pretty much. I just need to sit on the Cog, I guess. Oh, it's always 900. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that change.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
Kegstand Jesus. Oh, is that somebody's name?
Has been slain.
Yeah. That's interesting. So fucking bad. I have like 3 kill participation in this game. They just, like, I'm never there. Wherever the fight is, it's just everyone's just running around YOLOing so much. We're just not grouping ever. Is he fucking dead again before I can even do anything? It's hot. I had to flash to save his ass that time. Like, he sees her walking up, right? Like, how does it keep happening to him?
No, you dewdrop.
But is this middle? Well. Alright, well, he got Titanic off of that, so that's good. But that lagged for a second there. Yeah, I got
Double kill.
200 milliseconds. Kind of out of nowhere. Hey, what's up, Ickathon? Did the stream lag at all right there?
Shut down.
Okay.
Shut down.
I mean, we're in it. Shit, I mean...
I recommend skipping.
They might trade Baron for Drag if they're smart. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they come fight us with our positioning. Okay, wait. Where the hell did these clowns go? Oh my gosh, did we get the they got the dragon too?
Yep. That tasted purple.
Poppy just went like so deep. What is he getting now? Wits? Yeah, I guess that would help with Diana. Yeah, we should have just gone Baron. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're afraid of not being able to smite with this Poppy, which is a valid concern. I still think you can do Baron. Can we do this? Fucking Cog's not here. Alright. Alright, Knight's Vow.
I recommend skipping.
This Cog stresses me out. Well, if you just Baron, like, you can peel off of the Baron. It depends, but you can, a lot of times, if you have the vision around the Baron, you just force him to, like, walk through the corridor. You can just turn around and fight him, you know? I think just playing around the Baron. Now, trying to do Baron as 5 when they have 5 up, that's rough. Wait on Cog.
You'll see more with
Okay, he's got a Wit's End now. That's good. We need to be, like, here, dude. No, not a side lane. Not a side lane. Please. Just get with the group, man.
that tasted purple.
Alright, let's just freaking walk it in on him, man. Hog, stand up and start attacking shit. There you go. What are we doing? We're just protecting the dragon, I guess? I'm not getting close to that bush. No, we need to be grouped here. Alright, come on. Cog, please, get the down here, dude. Why is this so hard to get him to, like, just stand next to me? I'm so confused. Like, I've got exhaust. Especially against, like, a Nocturne. Like, if they had any wards in their jungle and they just decided to go hard. Really? Wow, look at that. Seems like it's really strong. When you stand next to me and I give you all the buffs.
You'll see more.
Yeah. Okay. No, man. He's just traumatized, I guess, from getting picked off so much this game, being by himself. Please tell me he's not dead. Where is that? God damn it. What? Was he was trying to farm middle by himself? Are you kidding? Bro. You alright, bro?
Your turret has been destroyed.
My God.
Has been slain.
My God, no.
An ally has been slain.
How? Fucking Christ.
Your turret has been destroyed.
How many times is that going to happen? I guess we're just gonna lose before we...
Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Cannot believe we're, like, losing this. Like, full build cause will lose. Dude just, like, will not. No, we have to have Cosmo. Like, we cannot win without it against the Jinx. Jinx Zillion, like, Olaf is kind of strong, but... I mean, they're gonna get Baron off that. Probably, right? I mean... Wow, they didn't do Baron? Okay, we need to group. Please, man, there's a fucking Nocturne in the game. It's 42 minutes. Yeah, they're doing it right now. I can't ping. Like, what the fuck does it take for us to just get 5 people on the same screen? It's just actually unbelievable. I guess we just lose.
A summoner has disconnected. Defeat.
Well, I wish I could win on something other than Rakan, but that's like a primary reason why I can't. Because I can't make plays. I just have to walk around and just wait on our team to do dumb stuff over and over again and just hope the enemy team does more dumb stuff. Yeah. Because we would have won. Like, we were winning every 5s that we had. I just can't make any plays. I just buff Kog'Maw and that's it. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to give you guys something other than Rakan to win on, but it's not panning out. You know, what up, what up? You ready to clown these kids?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we clowning.
Oh yeah.
Definitely had a clown show last game.
Oh, you guys lost that?
Yeah, I could not get this Kog'Maw to like group. He kept trying to split side lanes at like 35 or 40 minutes against a Nocturne. He just kept dying.
Just kept getting ulted.
Yes, over and over and over again. I'm like, dude. But like, whenever we were grouped, we won like every 5v5. And I just kept telling him over and over again, they just wouldn't do it. Just one of those games. So this is why we can't have nice things, man. This is why I have to play Rakan every game. So I can't make plays, I just have to sit around and watch this for 40 minutes and then we lose. Crack the whip on him tonight or what?
Dude, we got screwed. I lost like 4 people due to heat today. It was terrible.
Oh god. Was it really hot up there today?
Oh yeah, it was like 90.
Oh jeez.
I caught somebody before they hit the ground today passing out.
Oh my god.
It was really bad.
It's in a warehouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys like don't have AC or anything?
Hell no. I never had anybody actually pass out, like, legitimately, like, pass out in front of me.
Yeah, that sounds pretty brutal.
It was pretty wild. This guy was, like, bent over. I was, like, couldn't get him to respond to me for, like, 2 or 3 times, so I kind of, like, grabbed his arm, was like, dude, you alright? And then
And then he just dropped.
Yep.
That's funny, Tommy. Yeah, I'm the same way if I'm watching something. Sometimes I
Is
just
the greatest
click on it.
enemy.
I know. I mean, maybe Cassio's okay. I think that normal ADCs are pretty far down, though. The Cassio ADC was fun. I think that was a couple of seasons ago in Silver. I mean, I'll try to sprinkle in some other non-Rakan picks sometimes, but God, it's just like pulling teeth trying to get people to do shit. Versus with Rakan, I can actually make a play. It's like, oh, this person's out of position, let's go. And that makes things a lot easier. Shit, am I lagging? Fuck. Okay, that wasn't good. Because I was getting some lag last game too. Hey, what's up, Javster? Okay, so for most people, I think the top 3 supports are probably Senna, Sona, Janna. Lulu hasn't seemed as strong as I had thought she would be. Rakan is really good, but you need a lot of practice on him. And then the other 3 that I had at the top that I think are a little easier to execute on are Senna, Sona, and Janna. Yeah, Rakan and I mean Azir can make plays too, which is good. Go stick with Guardian. I kind of want to look at Glacial again, but you're like so much squishier with Glacial. You get so much more value out of Guardian. Maybe I should have gone Ignite. I don't know. Exhaust is very good against Riven and Viego later in the game, though. Ha! They actually already nerfed her, but I don't think it really matters that much. They did bring her win rate down like 1.5%, so she's like 54 instead of 55.5. But yeah, my experience with Senna, and I have tried playing her, is sort of similar to Lulu. It's a little different. Like, you can pressure early really hard, but then late game, it's just hard to make plays. Like, you can land your W and maybe do something.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You do scale really well. Shit, we don't have anyone watching.
Minion spawn.
I guess I can watch that and maybe W out. So scary. Stand on the very edge of this in case he throws a random hook. Maybe he doesn't hit me.
Minions have spawned.
But I think if you're experienced on Rakan, like his win rate did go down a little bit, but I still think he's really good right now. Like Shirelia's is at a premium with all other bruisers and fighters. You have more survivability, so it's hard to blow you up. Knight's Vow gets more value because people, you know, just have more health in general. So I think it's still kind of like a bruiser, diver sort of meta for the most part. And he just works really well with those types of champs. Like the lane domination champs are a little bit weaker, like your Zerats, Zyras, Brands, Luxes. Those are a bit harder if he gets dumpstered in lane.
You inspire me.
A lot more lanes are just kind of farm offs now. He doesn't technically scale as hard as like a Sona or a Soraka or something, but he's still an okay scaling, like really good engage champ. Holy shit, he jumped me. Alright, well, he used his flash.
I don't know. Doing my thing.
Oh, he went Dark Harvest gen, huh? Okay. I mean, Dark Harvest is okay. I don't know.
I am bad because I'm free because I'm bad.
Whoa, that was so delayed, my second E. What the fuck? Seemed really weird. Maybe I just didn't even notice that I clicked on him. Getting like gaslit here.
First,
Okay.
I only believe in myself.
God, I remember when Charlie's was 60% movement speed there. That was sweet.
3.
Huh. That's right, Wings. Yeah, it was rough.
an ally has been slain.
I'm gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation.
Yeah, it's gonna... That should all crash.
Most good guys are just killing themselves.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to catch... Okay, I think I got all the questions. Yeah, I didn't get to... I did ADC and support. I didn't do the other roles. Maybe next patch I can. I kind of ran into
Safe
some...
is for nerds.
I just got unexpectedly busy this week. And like I said, I'm trying to adjust to sort of this new lifestyle. I'm trying to like work out more and get more sleep and eat better.
An ally has been
I just gotta
slain.
get in a groove more.
Doing the right thing is boring.
An enemy has been slain.
Universe has its chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Okay.
Dance to the beat. The beat of darkness.
You got her flash? Okay, he doesn't have flash. I was about to say, if he just flashed stunned her, she was dead, but...
Perfection doesn't exist.
Jin, please don't die. I do wish individual dragons mattered a little bit more, though, because it does kind of feel rough early on, like giving up some XP to get the dragon. Okay, hopefully we can push through this fast enough. It's gonna be tough. I think it might freeze near their tower. Yeah, I think it's gonna freeze right here. So if they're smart, they could set a freeze on us, but I think we had to try to push it. I mean, maybe we could have gotten it to just freeze near us or something. I don't know.
It's not that I completely lost my sense of hope.
When it just gave you gold. Yeah, me too.
Leaving a dark, very good-looking soul.
I mean, it's interesting. It's like a diversity of resources now. And it's like you're making choices about when you want to be strong in games. What do you want? Like, kind of the Rift Herald is the gold version. And map pressure, and then Dragon's kind of like later in the game version. So I kind of like that they're adding a diversity of different stuff. But yeah, the gold was nice. Because now it feels like you can make meaningful trades depending on what your comp's trying to do. If you want to try to scale for late, or if you want to snowball early. But I do think it feels a little weird that sometimes taking the objective could potentially be worse than getting a like good back timing. Yeah, they aren't freezing. I mean, we could have broken the freeze probably, but.
Living the dream. The dream.
I just wish it was maybe a little more power off the soul and a little bit more power on each dragon.
What? You will learn what freezing truly is. Bliss comes only in the moment before
Yeah, exercise, it's good. I'm just trying to lose some weight. I think it has helped me out with like my thinking and just overall energy level. It's been good.
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules. Safety is boring, Riku. Let's have a fight.
Damn it, I accidentally used my charge.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Damn, you're murdering that echo on CS. That's good. She ults. That's exhausting. I think they win.
Evil loves.
Bro. Okay. Guess he did get the crit. She could have entered to kill me, but
Those good guys are just kidding themselves.
chose not to. Oh, don't go for another one, man. That's way too greedy. Alright, I'm back.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. That's me.
We're gonna lose our timing on Dragon. Volibear's going top anyways. Promo code B50. What?
Doing the right thing was
Kinda bot.
boring. I'm way more fun now.
Well, okay. Got a normal potion. I didn't mean to get the other one. Shit. I'm coming.
Place a little different from your dark creatures. No dark matter? As far as the eye can see.
Volley just seems like still pretty damn strong. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Oh, I lived! Oh shit, maybe not.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain.
Please, Jen, please, God! Oh my god. Okay, y'all are gonna get him, I think. Yeah, if you weren't there, he maybe would have gotten out with that stun. It's good rotation.
Yeah. Might be able to kill him here.
Chia!
Evil.
Maybe I can kill him.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Secrets of the galaxies.
Ankle's broken. Yeah. I mean, that was a good echo play. I almost got the hell. If I would have E'd, maybe I could have gotten out. I did get him to use both of his dashes to go to me, and I knocked up one of them. But Jin just didn't quite have enough damage.
Dance to the beat. The beat called progress.
Where's I don't know where Diego is. I don't have a charge.
Riku,
Shut
I did
down.
not rescue you from a cold, dead planet so that you could laugh at me. I rescued you so you could hold my mirror and tell me I look good.
Double kill.
Get him falling? Wally has to be one of the better reworks, I think, of all time. Like, he just feels like he's actually cool, has a bunch of different,
This darkness.
aspects about him. As before, he was just kind of bad. Aatrox is pretty good too. I think most of the reworks have been good, except for the Terraform. I did not like. I liked the original Terraform, but
I don't like the Aatrox one.
Your team has
yeah, he is kind of
destroyed
hit or
a
miss.
turret.
Hey, thanks, little Takash. Appreciate it, man. Still keeping it real. Probably, if you haven't seen us in a while, probably fewer hours than we used to do it. You know, with we've got 2 kids now. Probably have to get that up.
Stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation.
Killing spree.
Self-control.
But yeah, we still get on here a few hours every night. Nidalee could use a rework. Maybe. I think she's fine. I think she's unique. It's just what she does that's unique is just really hard to play. So I think she's probably fine. I think she's just maybe a numbers thing.
Ooh, Riku, let's destroy everything they hold dear, and then laugh
I'm
in
trying
their
to think of
faces.
which champs could benefit from a rework. I mean, Udyr is one. Udyr's already slated, I think, to be reworked. Sorry, I was thinking about it. I just didn't know where anyone else... I guess there's 2 top.
Square. I embrace the darkness.
We got dragon. Let's just fight a dragon. Well, we can get this tower, maybe. Alright, yeah, let's go get dragon.
World's gonna burn.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, there's the Aego bottom.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hey, thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to stream every night from 10 to 2. Sometimes we start a little bit later, depending on what's going on, but we're trying to get in there. I might do some afternoon streams. I've been thinking about it. Okay, well, I got her to flash, I guess, or him to flash, but... Might be Baron. They're smart. Okay, they're just going for towers.
I am alive. How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn sparkly.
What, they're on objectives? Can we do it? Just help me get vision.
I do what I want. No Star Guardian. Say the same.
And Cho'Gath's just go low and get caught. Let's check this out. He's, yeah, I mean, Diego's dead.
Give up the rules.
Please? I mean, I guess they're pushing middle. That's something.
I don't apologize. Doing my thing.
Oof. Dangerous back. We got it. That's the power of Rakan right there. Someone doing some goofy shit, you can maybe turn it
All my
around.
sides are equally breathtaking.
And then Jason coming over the wall,
Yeah.
able to clean some stuff up. Good. If I was Lulu, I would have just been sitting there sighing as I watched Shogat die, probably. Just too spoiled by playing Rakan. Once you've had the best, man, you just can't have the rest, you know?
I love evil. Evil loves me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, he quadding? He working those quads?
Hell yeah.
Your team has destroyed
Huh.
an inhibitor.
You still squatting that Buick or what, man?
Trying.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Let's go out in the backyard and flip cars for your workout. Oh, he got the Benta. Alright, we might need to actually finish here though. I mean, they are all about to spawn.
That's going to be it for me, unfortunately.
Alright, man. That's all good. We got a win in there.
Hell yeah.
Take it. Alright, well, hopefully you have a better day tomorrow at work. Nice to meet
Yeah,
people.
holds up back. Yeah, I should be done a lot quicker.
Crash on you. Right, man. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.
You do. I'll see you.
Alright. I think that's probably got to be it for me, too. I need to really start getting off, like, around 2 so that I can... Because I have to get up and take my daughter to school at, like, 6:30 or 7. Somewhere around there. So I only get, like, 3 hours of sleep, 3 or 4. I get some more. I can sleep more in the afternoon, but then it just, like, breaks up my sleep a little bit. I can't, Carson. I gotta go to sleep. But I'll be back tomorrow. I should be back on around 10. I don't know what your work schedule looks like. But, yeah, from 10 to 12. Or maybe tomorrow, if it's a little bit later, I could stay for an extra one. Possibly. If I get a little bit more sleep. But, yeah, either, like, 10 to 12 or, like, 2 o'clock. Or we could maybe do some flex with Jason or something, if you guys want to do that. But hopefully you're doing well. I saw they were trying to... get more baby formula out there. I think Biden tried to pass or tried to use some kind of defense act to basically get the military to make the baby formula, something like that. So I know that situation you said was getting pretty rough. So hopefully that's getting a little better. I played Senna, man. Okay, well that's good. I did play Senna a while ago. It's possible. You know, I could try out a Senna game again. She is really strong right now, for sure. But I think early this like maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I played Senna a few times. Goat's milk to a lady with baby. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's just a lot of crazy shit going on out there. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to get better before it gets worse, but hopefully, like, a lot of the supply chain stuff gets addressed. But, anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see y'all then. Have a good day.